Tonight's Live About Five is the one supplement every woman needs. A friend recently shared this information with me, and I was blown away. I was, first of all, surprised I hadn't heard it before. It's all about vitamin D, and it's linked to a lot of things, including breast cancer. I had no idea. This is a topic that's super close to my heart. My grandmother died of breast cancer, and I had no idea. This is the quote from a study that's reflected in many other studies. Our data shows that vitamin D is able to modulate breast cancer tumor growth and inflammation in the tumor microenvironment in vivo. So we should all be taking vitamin D if our levels aren't what they are supposed to be. Now, why wouldn't we have enough vitamin D in the current modern era? It's because a lot of the ways that we get it through foods, including foods with a lot of dairy, a lot of us aren't eating dairy anymore. And the dairy that we are consuming doesn't have the same levels that it used to. In addition, we can get it from being outside, right? But how many of us are in front of a computer screen all day or avoiding the sun to try to be safe from skin cancer? So, kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't. But there's a supplement that's easy to take. It's less than $17 a month. You actually get it to your front door. I absolutely adore it. It's Young Living's vitamin D, and it just dissolves under your tongue. It actually tastes kind of like a treat to me. So you just take 2 a day and you get 2 months supply every time you get it. So I'm starting to be more vigorous in taking mine. I've had a deficiency in the past, but here's the cool thing. It's not just about breast cancer, of course. It also plays a key function in respiratory health. Who isn't interested in that lately, especially? It supports the body's respiratory immune system because it has an innate adaptive defense mechanism that vitamin D helps fuel. It helps boost healthy immune system overall. It supports mood and hormone regulation with vitamin D and lemon balm. And one of the things that I have found is that a lot of the vitamin D out there on the market is paired with K. And you have to be really careful about K because if you get too much, that's deadly. You can't have too much of that. And so this vitamin D has no K in it. So you can easily take it and not worry about adding that layer. Because one of the most important things we should all be taking into account is each supplement that we take. I take a few from Young Living, all in concert with my physician that I see right now only once a year for my well visit. But I always take a calcium supplement, being in my 50s. That's very important. I take something called multigreens because I know I'm not getting the same nutrition from the vegetables and fruits that I eat, that my grandfather used to eat. I take something called BLM, bones, ligament, and muscles, which is why I don't creak in my knees when I go up and down stairs. And I take Ninja. So I've chosen to target a few wellness areas. But what I realize now is I've got to make sure I get more vitamin D in my diet, my levels, and in this supplement. I'm going to double down and make sure I've got this supplement because it also supports bone growth and healthy muscle. As we age or as we diet, we've heard so much in the news lately about Ozempic and how it can eat at your muscles. You know, in order to have good metabolisms, we need to build our muscles. And as we age, our muscles begin to atrophy and our bones begin to get more brittle and frail. And so having a supplement that you can take that helps support that, 2 thumbs up. And it also supports calcium balance in that bone growth. So different studies share the one that I've shared that idea about how vitamin D is so important. I've linked one here for you if you're interested in seeing it. But we know that women with low levels of vitamin D are actually at a higher risk of developing breast cancer, which I had no idea until I heard this from my friend. And so I think it's an easy gap to close, right? If you get your regular blood panel done at your physician, or if you're into like functional diagnostic trainings and medication doctors, they can do a full blood panel on you and really dig into the cause behind maybe why you're feeling the way you feel. And if you're low in vitamin D, that's going to be something super simple, super affordable, and super critical to close the gap on. So when I'm looking at what vitamins I should try, because there are so many vitamins out there on the market, I always turn to Young Living. First of all, I love their seed to seal guarantee. They know everything, all their products from beginning to end of production. They also have an incredible commitment to quality. I will never forget the story of when our number one product, Valor Essential Oil, there was an ingredient in that Valor essential oil that was no longer available. And so instead of selling it without the ingredient, instead of quickly substituting a different ingredient, they simply just didn't have it for, I think it was 16 months. Imagine a company who's so committed to quality that they're willing to say, this is our number one seller. This is what makes us unique. It's not perfect. It's not to the quality we expect it to be. And so we're not going to have it available until we can get it back that way. Because the thing is, when you're dealing with a company that's that committed to natural growth of resources, and you just have a season, let's say you have a season and that season, this exact ingredient is hit by a monsoon or doesn't grow properly, it's not like there's 14 other sources for that constituent. They have to wait and grow it again. And so oftentimes when something that is my favorite comes into stock, I'll go ahead and grab it because I know it changes with each season. But I love vitamin D from Young Living. First of all, I love that it's a chewable, that it tastes great. I love how affordable it is. For less than $17 a month, I can get 2 months at a time delivered to my door. And I know the ingredients in it are top notch. They're bioavailable to me. What does that mean, Amy? Bioavailable means that my body can actually take it in. Because what we see often in greenwashing, when people are trying to tell you their product is organic or their product is all natural, a lot of the times that's not the case. It's not true. And there's no regulation per se around those claims. And what will happen is there's so many fillers in those vitamins that taking them actually, number one, we pee a lot of them out. But number two, we're not getting the health benefit that we sought in order to get better. So if you were to take your vitamin D levels at the doctor and then take your supplement and then check your numbers, they may not be much different. And then number three, there's a ton of fillers in there. There's stuff in there that's not good for us because they need to fill it up. So I love the purity and the confidence that I have with Young Living. I've been taking these supplements since 2017 as my only supplement when I'm looking at, the supplements like the calcium and the multigreens. So highly recommend from personal experience. I'm doubling down on my vitamin D. I'm so thrilled to share something with you that's so affordable and so simple and so accessible. So I've left my affiliate link for the vitamin D at the bottom here if you want to grab yours. And if you have questions, let's talk. I hope that your weekend is going to be amazing. We've made it to our Friday, and I hope that your night is going to be a wonderful one. Enjoy your Friday evening, and I'll see you back here